Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, sacred sovereign wayshowers of the new golden age of unlimited bliss. Happy autumnal equinox and sun entering into Libra. We are in the new time of balance, harmony, peace, and equality. In the center of the scales is the 0-point energy of total stillness and silence. As we live from our heart centers, we become true human beings of the new earth, being connected to all things in all realms, timelines, and dimensions. In truth, there never was nor will ever be separation from Source or any aspect of our infinite self. Any separation of any kind was a part of the story we told ourselves to experience what it would be like and feel like to be separate, alone, and to truly understand our I Am presence. We can only know who we are by experiencing what we are not. Since we were all created from the same clay, metaphorically speaking, each piece is an exact mirror of the original blueprint and contains the whole. In the holographic nature of the universe, each fractal is a duplicate of the one whole unity consciousness. Although we experience forms in infinite ways, the spirit or the I Am presence is one and the same in all beings. Pure source presence we call the great mystery. Today is Kin 22, white solar wind on the Mayan calendar. Encoded on this date by Great Spirit is Kin 22, 22nd of September in 2021, creating a 22-22-22 code and a 444 angelic portal. This fully connects us to the higher realms of golden light. The white wind of Gnosis is blowing in directly from the great central sun, Hunabku. Along with the knowledge of the new earth comes downloads of higher vibrational activations, further upgrading our DNA to fifth-dimensional 12-strand crystalline structures with 144 codons. These are the codes of our multidimensional awareness. Breathe in the heavenly golden chi and allow the integration and embodiment of your 5D solar light body of adamantine crystals, particles of clear light waves. The Holy Spirit bridges the higher dimensions of existence into our luminous spheres and brings all assemblage points into the one true resonance of heaven on earth. This is eternal bliss consciousness, never to fall from grace again or to follow any false narratives of lack and limitation. We are infinite multidimensional beings of eternal life and eternal light, perfect and brilliant just as I am. In pure awareness we transmit to you, mind to mind, the Buddha consciousness in this now. Aho. This is one powerful, intense, and crazy ride of this equinox. We had many energies pumping in all day. Showing up on the Schumann resonance, we had 15 Hz, 35 Hz, and 28 Hz. 888 portal, the Lion's Gate, the Lyran Nation coming in, many codes, light language coming in on the Schumann charts. We recorded earlier and uploaded a special ceremony for today's equinox. If you get a chance, be sure to check that out. And stick around to the end of it. I play a meditation with Native American flute, the very end for you to meditate to, about 7 minutes long. Let me know what you think about that. The codes within the flute, within the music, within the frequency, are resonances of our higher dimensional star nations, our star family, so you can connect more easily listening to this sacred tune. We still have the volcanoes in La Palma, Canary Islands, Spain erupting, and in Etna, Mount Etna, Italy, people were seeing images of the phoenix in the fires of this powerful volcano in Mount Etna. We have something around 22, 23 volcanoes all over Pachamama erupting today, which obviously synchronizes with the date of today's powerful equinox, 22nd, 22, 22, 222 portal. We had many activations over the last 24 hours, 153 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, 1515 of the 6.6, the most powerful today on the Ring of Fire, Central America, Nicaragua, 6.5, 11 gateway. Earlier today in Chalice, Idaho, we had two 3.2s right in a row, another 5.5 portal. Fifth dimensional energy coming in. Indonesia, we had a 4-4 activation, Divine 44. In the root chakra again today, Kundalini Pachamama. In the root chakra, South Sandwich Islands, 4.9, 13 Divine Goddess energy, 33 kilometers depth, 33 Divine Mastery, 333 portal. Puerto Rico, 3.0. Then the most powerful in Nicaragua, 6.5. Castroville, California, 3-4, another activation, Nicaragua, 4.5, Council of 9 coming in, Papua New Guinea, 4.5, 9-9 portal, Nicaragua, 4-2, Indonesia, 5-4. We had 3 more Trinity of activations, one after another in Nicaragua in the sacred portal. This is the home of our Mayan elders, 5.6, 4.4, and a 5-5. Fifth dimensional energy. Indonesia 4-5, another 9 activation. Council of 9, 999 portal. New Zealand 5.1. Chile, South America 5-0, and then back down again to the root chakra 5-0, South Sandwich Islands. Chile 4-4 in the spine, the Andes Mountains, Kundalini. Baja California, Mexico 3.4, British Virgin Islands 4-1, New Atlantis energy, the Atlantean of the Divine Masculine. Philippines 4.7, down again in the root chakra, South Sandwich 5-0, Kermadec 5-0, 555. Kermadec with the 5-0, 355 kilometers depth. St. Thomas Island, U.S. Virgin Islands, 3.6, another Council of 9 activation. Mentone, Texas, 3-4. San Antonio de los Cobres, Salta, Argentina, South America, also Andes Mountains, home of sacred condors, 4.4, 189 kilometers depth. Gulf of Alaska and the Crown, 3.4, the Crown of Lemuria. Then back down again to the root, 4-9. The energy keeps flowing, expanding from the root up the spine, through the Andes, South America, through Mexico, Central America, up through the Rockies, and through California. This follows also the eastern side of the Ring of Fire. Chile 4-5, Nicaragua 4-5, 9-9, Virgin Islands 3.3, 33 Mastery, Smith Valley, Nevada 2 activations, 3-6, 3-5, 9 and 8. South of Fiji Island also Ring of Fire, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, 4.6, 376 kilometers depth, 37 into 73, heaven on earth. The whole grid lit up, activated. We hold the line. We're holding the light. We're the light bearers, the light keepers. Keep anchoring this light, these codes, these energies deep into Pachamama, into Mother Earth, deep into the crystalline core, the heart chakra, the center, the still center of the Great Mother, to assist her and all her children in this great ascension journey, this great process of ascending, of rising. Now let us continue with the Sabian Symbols. Right now the moon is at 23 degrees, 38 minutes, Aries. The sun is at 0 degrees, 13 minutes, Libra, 13 Divine Feminine. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 1 degree, Libra, a butterfly preserved and made perfect with a dart through it. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 24 degrees, Aries, an open window and a net curtain blowing into a cornucopia, from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred condor pulls a card for you today from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today, 7 of Earth. Keywords: meditation, grounding, connection, cycles, change, interaction, purification, stress. The key phrases: get out into nature, let Gaia heal you, connection between self and the world, all is connected and has influence, address the stress, meditate and still your mind, Put down the tech toys, time to physically interact and connect, meaning the 7 of Earth symbolizes a need to both nurture and maintain a connection between spirit, self, and the world around you. Ground, integrate, and connect. To feel and embrace this connection does not require any belief in the divine, but a simple awareness that all is connected on an energetic level. At this time, look out into the world to see, feel, and understand the cycles of life and nature, and how they affect and influence you. Over time, life and day-to-day demands may begin to wear away at us, making us irritable and reactive, less adaptable and flexible, more fearful of the changes going on within us and around us. All of these things can make us feel alone and disconnected. The 7 of Earth symbolizes the importance of connection and being part of the natural world, but also the need to address areas of potential stress in your life before they become a problem. It is time to meditate and still your mind. Make a habit of taking time to sit and meditate in nature and allow all the stress to flow out of you and into the earth. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to relax and become one with Gaia and the Great Spirit. Reconnect. You do not have to believe. Just allow yourself to be still, at peace, and free of the impurities and worries that cloud your senses and good judgment. And now today from Isis Channelings. As green turns to gold, we turn to grace. As green turns to gold, the Earth Goddess offers us her second harvest of Mabon, fall equinox, northern hemisphere, and we give gratitude for the abundance reaped so far, material plus spiritual, but well aware that the tremors, quakes of change are upon us literally, Australia, and metaphorically. From this point of balance that the fall equinox brings us, the light begins to recede, and the shadows begin to surge. The Earth Goddess sheds her cloak of green, and now begins to be covered in a shroud of fall leaves, of red, gold, orange, and brown, as she retreats underground to rest, renew, and rejuvenate. From a spiritual perspective, too, we are in the liminal space between light and dark, completion and new beginnings, shape-shifting between one level of consciousness to another, from the subconscious cauldron of initiations to conscious embodiment of the same. In a world where the colors of duality are becoming starker and sharper than ever before, what will our new paths of purpose and service look like? What do we need to leave behind, and what are we gravitating towards? When times are confusing as they are now, it is always the basics that we can count on to ferry us across safely. Instead of aiming to enter stratospheric dimensions of 5D, 7D, 12D, let us strive to embody the dimension of grace, compassion, tolerance, and collaborative coexistence, especially now as the seeds of duality are germinating in overdrive. As ascension aspirants, donning multiple caps of divinity means nothing if we are incapable of perceiving the potential and multiple levels of consciousness that presently coexist in our earthly reality. These can only be bridged, as bridged they must, by the basic tenet of ascension, grace. From IsisChannelings.wordpress.com, and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, the equinox, inner harmony and magic. Hello there. Whether you're about to experience the fall equinox, northern hemisphere, or the spring equinox, southern hemisphere, they both represent a change of season, and also the stillness of the in-between state of being. This includes reflection before greater change, and the stillness between each breath, where harmony resides through the heart. This equinox is on Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021, at 4:21 p.m. ADT. Take the moments to reflect on this inner balance and harmony within you, with nature. Although yes, there are many extreme nature experiences being experienced, there also are the quiet, smooth days with glorious sunshine, a slight breeze, and pure heaven on earth. Cherish those moments in nature, in your life, in your inner being. Enter the stillness, the between the breath pause, before the next breath, even now. Enter your heart. Enter being the divine being now, for that is all there is eternally and now. In love, blessing you now, from the new divinehumanity.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777. Today we have the equinox that is continuously bringing powerful energy into the system of the planet and our systems. The change of season, autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere, is preparing us to let go so we are able to accept and access the new in our lives. On the equinox, the night and the day are the same length. The earth is in balance. The light is in balance with the darkness, and we are being guided to enter the balance within, to bring ourselves into inner balance and harmony, to not be afraid of the darkness, release the tension and anxiety about the things that we are hiding from, inner child wounds, family line wounds, past lives wounds. We are running away from them automatically and unintentionally. On the equinox, we will be able to energetically open up to these parts of ourselves and allow light in so we are able to see, feel, realize that we don't have to be afraid, and that we are actually afraid of the fear itself. We are in for a death and rebirth process again, where we are guided to let go of control and any attachment that is holding us back. Let go of attachment and allow the universe to bring us what we desire, what we are ready for energetically. We are guided to stop and pause for a while so we're able to see things from a different perspective and notice the things we were not able to see when we were too focused on the desires of our ego. Less ego, more soul, passion, love, fire, releasing of attachments and allowing the divine plan to unfold. As the earth is in alignment with the sun on the equinox, we will be in alignment with our divine plan, and we will be able to receive powerful energy from the universe. It is the time when our path, journey can be readjusted and be realigned. We can jump timelines and move forward in a powerful way. The best thing to do is to stay open to receive and to release the need of the ego to control everything. Go within and tune into the silence that is there. In the silence there is everything. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin, happy equinox. Oh my goodness, the energy since Tuesday, that took me a good long minute to figure out what day it is, have increased yet again. It's taken a lot to anchor this massive amount of frequency in. My phone hardly allows me to use it, so I'll try and make this quicker for once. Massive veil removal and progress is bringing lasting clarity and remembering. What has to change becomes very clear now. As we break through our own limiting beliefs, programming, we break through the false matrix hologram, as we are starting to remember the real truth. We have geomagnetic unrest conditions on and off KP4 since last night. Solar wind speed is up and some minor Schumann resonance level amplifications. The sun keeps popping with continuous solar flares, mainly B-class, but some C-class flares yesterday also. Certainly a lot of solar activity assisting the ongoing DNA and crystalline plasma light body activations and re-encryption of our planetary blueprints as the old continues to dissolve and collapse. We're experiencing immense timeline reality shifts and adjustments as all keeps aligning with the one true organic ascension timeline we are returning to, remembering again. All else continues to fall away and dissolve at ever-increasing speed. It takes our full focus in using all the tools we have acquired along the way to stay grounded and as balanced as possible, anchoring all in as the intensity continues. Self-care comes first. We have to surrender a whole lot right now, while listening for inspired guidance from our higher self, also to make some much needed shifts happen. It's all about balance and knowing what and when to change, and what to surrender, and what to just embrace. Today is much about balance also, as the equinox is the day where the day and night are of approximately equal length. A great equalizer, a 0-point field where infinite possibilities open, a balancing of our polarities of masculine and feminine, birthing the Holy Trinity and tri-wave architecture through our own embodiment of the 0-point field and divine inner union, firmly rooted in no time from where all else becomes accessible. Since Tuesday we have new 12th dimensional codes coming in from the Andromeda galaxy, which is the Milky Way's twin. The name that was given to me is that these are starlight codes. They carry the original core encryption for the 12th dimensional Earth, for which many names exist. I like Aurora Earth the most myself. There are also 13-dimensional Divine Mother codes streaming in for the reclamation, resurrection, re-encryption, and correcting of the feminine blueprints, clearing lunar reversals and distorted codings, such as false parent encryptions within all. That's just part of what is all unfolding. It is truly a divine plan, and our hearts can feel the clearings, healings, and expansions. A huge purification whiteout unfolded in the field on Tuesday, clearing the way for today's activations to be able to come fully through, it seems. It's a beautiful braiding and merging, reconnection of the core and heart of the Andromeda galaxy with ours and the Earth's heart and crystal core. I'm further understanding that this activation, which is available to everyone in the field, just tap into it, is supporting the completion of the divine inner union process. I am guided to further anchor these codes and activations for us on behalf of all willing hearts. There is so much remembering, downloads, and clarity coming in, along with our gifts and abilities. Just trust and have faith, and manifest the highest outcomes for all. Tune into the vast cosmos that lies inside of you, and remember that ultimately anything you can imagine is real. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Raylene Brady, straight out of the starry vault, the endowment of equalization. As we approach the peak of equinox, equal day and night, we are all afforded a great galactic dispensation. Heed all the great star prophecy. Essa Quasoha, the blue star Kachina, Sirius dances. She heralds through her rhythmic movement. In this way the spiralic octave of the sixth sun and the fifth world issues forth. The organic rotation of our earth has been manipulated, thrown off balance. As the blue star Kachina dances, the rotation is reharmonized to the great cosmic rhythms and cycles. So too our own inner axial pathway spin is aligned with this infinite helical path. This is pure creatrix teachings. In this role, the blue star Kachina is also known as Nan-ga-sahu, the great cosmic alarm clock, signifying the imminence of a grand galactic reordering. Our bodies hold great triggering mechanisms as a call to integrate our innate relationship with geostellar mythos. We have reached fever pitch. Fires will burn within, burning up both desire and conflict. As we reset the aperture of the originator gates of our planet from within, each of us holds the panacea as self-actualized, realized beings. Those who hold true to the origins teachings held within the four color races will remain ever in equipoise. Understand that these are oracular teachings, held in the originator codex of every living library. The wisdom is perpetually alchemized through our blood's spin path. We are reanimating all our stories through our organic helical path, spiraling from the inside out and from the outside in. This is a precursor to us all simultaneously cycling back while moving through organic time and the true earth reality. In this way, infinite alpha omega principles abound. If we remain in communique with the transmissions of Sirius, downloaded via the divinity held in nature, we will never feel the need for intensity through the effects of the red Kachina, Nibiru, as she descends and assumes her role as the great purifier, which we can clearly see is occurring within and without. Sirius, not Sirius, during the 21st through the 23rd of September, utilize this window of opportunity. Simply ask to receive Sirius's full impulsing for this next now nexus point. Stargaze, automatic write, light language sing, speak, and scribe, create sigils in Sirius's honor, attune to organic Sirian star lore through global indigenous cultures, veneration of Sirius, connect to the star mirroring of Sirius's venerated wisdom keeper sites around our planet, commune with the great cetacean nation of Sirius B, namely whales and dolphins. Their oceanic dreaming codes are potentized now as the sun sits in balance on the equator. During this phase, many realities will converge, shifting back and forth, in and out of the dream spell state as we self-regulate. As the doors to the lower worlds open, reminders of long-forgotten past creations and miscreations will flood our memory banks. Integrate both your shadow and substance through heart-centered knowing, especially the parts played out as a hedge witch, lifetime sitting on the fence being used for other agendas. The underbelly of Gaia holds potent rites of passage, woven throughout timelines and dimensional overlaying realities. Know your rights, and you will know your rights. Much of Earth's reality will not be experienced and actualized as it has before. As the galactic spin path quickens our blood, you too will reclaim your rights of self unto self, as our true Earth unveils and verily sustains. And as the great purifier leaves her final marks on the worlds, humanity is again returning to a state of grace and godhood, reunited with our starry brethren, both here on the surface Earth, within the inner Earth, and in the cosmos as divine order. And as the kingdom collectives remain in a state of ever-essence, we too are afforded safe passage into the eternal light cycles, attuning and communing within organic time with presence. Remember, not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the divine. This divinity, if but qualitatively, exists in all. We are now quietly and confidently finding ourselves in a state of equipoise, and the grand pause button is pushed as a reset and stabilizer of that which has been in a state of pure flux. We are propelled through these grand galactic currents with ease and grace. Equinox, equal day, equal night, equal dark, equal light, is a divine dispensation in returning us all to a state of grace, both as receivers and transmitters of the originator, gate, oracles, and mass. This is the true gift of this juncture. Stay in the heart as all is revealed. All is in accord. Equinox blessings, Raylyn Brady. And from Forever Conscious, Equinox 2021, Powerful Transitions. The equinox is a highly sensitive time of year that thins the veil and allows us to feel into the subtle energies with greater ease. It also indicates that we have reached a turning point on our own journey through the astrological wheel. The astrology wheel begins at Aries season and ends at Pisces season. Libra season, which happens this month, is the midpoint of this wheel and brings about a change in the flow and direction of energy. This shift in energy is also mirrored in Mother Nature, too, as we enter the season of spring or autumn, both of which bring so much change and transition. September brings some powerful numerology as well. Being the 9th month of the year, it is the only month where our personal year number and our personal month number aligns. This signifies that September is a time for really honing in on the gifts and lessons of our numerology for the year. Nikola Tesla famously said, if you knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe. September also brings the final Mercury retrograde of the year. Once Mercury enters retrograde, it will give us a total of 6 planets in retrograde, which will create a slowdown effect and may make us feel that we have to take a few steps backward before we can move forward. The start of Libra season coincides with the equinox, making it a powerful point of transition in the year. Libra is considered a cardinal sign, which gives it the energy of leadership, new beginnings, and setting forth in a new direction. It is a time where we may organically start thinking about where we have landed and what changes we may wish to make. September feels to be a month for setting the stage of what's to come. October is a month of huge cosmic shifts and changes, and it seems that all through September we will be getting whispers of this energy. We may begin feeling a need to make changes in our own lives, or we may be seeing things shift and change in the world around us. This may be especially amplified as we cross the September equinox, which represents the halfway point on the astrological wheel, from foreverconscious.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Meg Benedict. Just hours till equinox activations. It is just a few hours until the equinox occurs at 0 degree Libra, initiating a new season in the balanced scales of Libra. It is a day at a time, when day and night are equal length. It is a sacred moment when all stands equal in the 0-point balance of opposites. We are receiving angelic support while living in a volatile collective field. Highlighting the powerful equinox gateway today is an illuminating full moon. The main influence of today's Pisces full moon at 4:54 PDT, 23:55 UTC, is in alignment with Mercury trine Jupiter, reverberating through the equinox energies. Today's full moon enhances more optimism, generosity, good fortune, and good news. This is a very benevolent cosmic event. We can expect unusual, powerful solar waves while the equinox gateway is open. In a rare moment of galactic stillness, the gate is opening to infinite potential. The incoming cosmic light infusion affects global consciousness and cellular formation. The spiritual electrification of matter produces creative renewal, self-generating vitality, health, and well-being. Take advantage of this opportune time to seed your soul's visions and intentions. Wednesday's equinox is a powerful gateway that initiates zero-point alchemy for rapid human transformation. As you stand in zero-point balance, command the solar ascension waves of divine light to awaken dormant soul DNA and activate your light body. During the equinox activations, we'll focus on protocols to maintain core stability and inner calm so you can proceed with patience and ease. The zero-point equinox provides the stabilizing balance we need to ride the wave of progress. From NewEarthCentral.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Blessed Equinox and Libra season family. Downloads of activations are streaming in today to raise us up out of the third and fourth dimensions. We are leaving behind stagnancy and struggle. The final exams of soul growth lessons that commenced April 2021 are now ending. You've passed Old Earth School, beloveds. Congratulations. This 22 day is our graduation ceremony portal to leave the karmic loops that kept you stuck and biased. As we continue walking forward with Christ, the light body is receiving more activations of the crystalline DNA. This includes purification and healing from the Holy Spirit to help us recover from the battle wounds of the spiritual war. Time is money, your wealth is in your health. Financial reward and a new stable lifestyle are part of the changes coming your way as you continue forward with the Holy Grail. This rebirth includes new life force energy from Source, restoring your vessel, and the feminine power and alchemical ability to create. We're receiving a beautiful new opportunity, new beginning, and new timeline. Our Father and the Holy Spirit have brought justice for us to thrive now. What used to trick, lie, attach, and drain you can no longer. We all have done so much to get to this level of ascension to fulfill God's prophecy. Keep focusing on your healing and movement forward, not looking back. You are fully protected and supported with spirit to take leaps of faith into new earth, new you, and new lifestyle choices. Spirit wants this for you and is fully present with you until you are safe and sound back home. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Levi Banner, full moon in Pisces at equinox. The full moon is very close to today's equinox, September 22nd. Equinox is when the sun crosses the equator, therefore creating equal length in the night and day. A high time for ceremony and honoring the seasonal cycles in many cultures. Equinox begins autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern. This is so beautiful as the full moon is a glance at balance through polarity. When the moon is full, the sun and moon are in opposite ends of the sky. The sun is now at the autumnal equinox point, which means the moon is at the vernal equinox point, which is where the sun will be at the next equinox in 6 months. What an alignment. We might feel inspired to honor the cycles and seasons by creating your own ceremony, which could be with others or on your own. You might set intentions or bring awareness to the next 6 months. When the sun crosses the equinox point, it also enters the sign of Libra. Libra season begins when the sun is at the equator. Libra is the sign of, one word, you guessed it, balance. Or the next month there is an emphasis on harmony between self and others, giving and receiving, sharing your thoughts and listening to your loved ones. Libra is the sign most associated with relationships, which include your romantic partnerships, your friends and family, and the earth. You might try to bring awareness to your connection to yourself and others this season. from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, and from Here in the Moon Astrology, Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021, as above, so below, rebalancing. Today at Mabon, the Libra equinox with day and night of equal length, turning towards winter in the northern hemisphere. Feel the great wheel turning in sacred geometry, numerology, astrology, and nature, in its patterns of spiraling tones, its mathematical, spiritual, earthly, eternal cycles from nothing to experience, from matter to spirit and back again. Bathed in the light of the Pisces full moon, this is a true somatic experience of Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, symbolized by the ancient esoteric Ouroboros, a snake swallowing its own tail, expressing the unity of all things, material and spiritual, which never disappear but perpetually change form in an eternal cycle of destruction and recreation. Channel this rare, kairotic moment of time out of time to begin to break the circuit of self-abandonment. There is no such thing as abstract spirituality and healing. There is only concrete, sensitive, attuned activity in the moment which is unique and specific to your own soul. Ask your great friend, your soul self, what have I been waiting for, waiting to happen from outside? What could shift if I stopped waiting? What fears surface for me around the idea of trusting my inner guidance moment by moment? If I release those fears, what would transform? What will I do less of so that I can slow down and listen to my body? What does a soul-tending life look like, feel like for me? What will be the benefits of slowing down and taking embodied action on my own behalf? What do I not need to have and not need to do? October's super intense astrology has Pluto's fingerprints all over it, pulling us straight into the turbulent slipstream of seismic supermoons, eclipses, and solstice of November and December. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk, and from Divine Sistar of the Light Leah, Whitehorse, Lua Astrology, Mercury in Libra square Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, and opposite Eris retrograde in Aries. Sun enters Libra. Mercury's trigger of the Pluto-Eris square threatens to knock us off balance. The question is, how do we keep our heads when everything seems like it's out of control? Instead of letting fear run amok, this is an opportunity to transform our thinking, speak the truth, use our voice to create much-needed change. As the sun makes its ingress into Libra, day and night are of equal length, meaning equilibrium is the key. Consider what blessings have you received this year since the spring equinox. What have you gained? What have you lost? Take a moment to evaluate all that has occurred in the last 6 months. Weigh up the decisions you made and the choices to come. At this seasonal shift, recognize that your own life also follows cycles like the seasons. There are times of blossoming, times of fruitfulness, and times where life grows quiet and still, where you rest until a new cycle begins. Whether you are celebrating spring in the southern hemisphere or leaf fall in the northern hemisphere, rejoice in the knowledge that nature always resets the balance. Inner harmony comes from gratitude. Equinox blessings to all, from LeahWhitehorse.com, and from 13 Moon Peacetime. Today's galactic signature is Kin 22, White Solar Wind, Balon Ik, Hunab Ku, and is a galactic activation portal day, notated by Hunab Ku. After harmonizing the galactic tone of integrity comes a solar tone of intention. White solar wind, Balon Ik, Hunab Ku, guides and teaches us to vitalize our essential being by communicating the truth of who and what we really are through the inspiration of breath, in order to willingly and intentionally mobilize in conjunction with the pulsing out of intelligent, vibrational, energetic information. Breathing is the connection between body and mind. All intention is the power which precedes and supports all manifestation. White solar wind, Balon Ik, Hunab Ku reminds us to intentionally focus on the inspiration of breath, allowing the invisible current of spirit to fuel and vitalize our adventure of existence. As we determine our truest aspirations and truest motivation, we realize that the key to actualization is an intentional willingness to turn the wheels of reciprocity. Never underestimate the power of the role of focused intention in harnessing momentum. soar, expand, and receive vitalization through the intentional inspiration of breath. White solar wind, Autumnal EQUINOX, encourages us to intentionally mobilize towards our truest aspirations in order to open doors of limitless possibilities. The cauldron of creation is inviting us to transmit our will and desires out into the greater web of existence, both mentally and physically. Then, after setting intentional, conscious aim, white solar wind, Autumnal EQUINOX, asks us to surrender our control and release our attachments to future outcomes. The natural synergy of endless, reciprocal, intelligent vibrational energies echo like a steadily pulsing heartbeat. In la Ketch. From Kin 21, yesterday, through Kin 24, yellow spectral seed, we flow through harmonic 6, spectral input, inform flowering of liberation, rune strand 5, way of the irresistible 5th, codon 34, prayer, rune, mind informed by cosmic order. The lower codon triplet is time heaven, the upper triplet is energy thunder. Codon 34 is prayer. This is the meaning of mind being informed by cosmic order. Here, prayer is the creative force of time, generating an electrical energy in the higher dimensions of reality. It is not the supplication of a weak subordinate begging for mercy, but a genuinely submissive servant of the higher truth, seeking always the highest means of creatively implementing the divine plan. This is the power of creative prayer and meditation. Known in the traditional I Ching as the power of the great, this codon has a time triplet in the lower sensory world position, while above, generated from it, is the seed arousing energy, thunder, triplet. Here there is even more of an indication that we are in a time of action, but one must be careful to fit the action to the time and not be carried away by energetic excess. One must allow the mind to be informed by the cosmic order. This means that the quality of natural mind meditation must be maintained while we are being drawn into the sphere of action. To be informed by the cosmic order means to listen very carefully to the stillness within, trusting to the most subtle impressions, and then, without hesitation, translating these impressions into means of energetic action in order to attain the proper ends, as in the 13-moon calendar change peace plan and the advent of the noosphere. Binary letters, time generates, radiance bridges, space climaxes. Here it is important that once the action has been generated, that one detaches and lets the space accommodate the action. Otherwise, one may become egoically entangled, not a desired result of righteous action. Agent 6.7.13 on behalf of the Sirius mission, Time Engineering Division, V.24.3. And from the Cosmic History quote for Moon 3, Day 3, the 6 mental spheres are connected to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimensional functions and provide us with the capacity to link with interdimensional information. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 22, White Solar Wind. The number 9 is called solar, and its keywords are realizing, intention, and pulse. The number 9 in many ancient cultures is considered sacred, and in the Tzolk'in, the 9th day is always powerful, shifting the energy of the wave spell into the highest gear. Fasten your seatbelts, for this number of intention means that whatever you want, you can get if you work with this powerful energy. Today is white wind, which represents communication, breath, and spirit. This means that messages today have a great deal of power. Be careful what you say, be sincere, and don't be misconstrued. Deliberate what you need to say, as words can change lives. Write that letter, sing your song, have that conversation you have been putting off, ask for a raise, or contact someone you have been out of touch with. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Solar Wind, Kin 22, 22nd September 2021, Pulsing Divine Intention, 22/9/2021 equal 36, equal 495, equal 414, equal 45, equal 9. Day codes, 22, Architect of Peace, Master Builder, 4, Form, Structure, Foundation, Angelic, Earth, 36, power, leadership, command. 9 endings, destiny, humanity, service, grace. Month year codes, 9 endings, destiny, grace. 5, freedom, change, transformation, liberation. 14, media, publicity, promotion, recognition. 22, Kin 22 falls on September 22nd, giving us a double dose of 22 frequencies today. Kin 22 equals 4. Kin 22 is the architect of peace and master builder frequency of our new earth, amplifying our divine intention for peace to reign on earth. As we enter the second day of the second column in the Tzolk'in calendar, the two frequencies of harmony through cooperation and peace are amplified today. A very powerful new earth liberation day of divine alchemy. Day 9 of the White Wizard wave spell continues our themes of magic, enchantment, and endlessness. Today powerfully aligned with spirit. Today the wizard is giving us a super boost and accessing the breath of spirit to pulse forth these divine intentions through our precious heart, absolute purity in our connection to spirit. Tone of creation, solar, tone 9 in the spiritual realm, action, realizing, power to pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of the White Wizard wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. We have a double manifestation code today, as we have the wizard's magic plus the solar tone of pulsing our intention into being to manifest our realizations. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest, and pulsing that intention from our pure heart. Assists us in making our dreams come true. You are the humanitarian whose dreams unfold the larger pattern of our new world. What enchanting dream are you pulsing forth into reality? Our challenge today is to surrender our small human will and align with the higher divine will for the benefit of our planet and all humankind. We must unite together and pulse forth the highest intentions for our best utopian dreams to be magically realized. Thy will be done. Today's question is, am I pulsing forth the true divine will of spirit that is endlessly communicating through my being to create magic in our world? May the winds of heaven fill your sails and guide your boats safely to the tranquil shores of our new paradise. In la Ketch a la Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 22, White Solar Wind. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to communicate. Realizing breath, I seal the input of spirit with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of endlessness. And on this powerful day of endless love, truth, peace, and prosperity, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It is because of your pledges on Patreon and donations that we're able to continue bringing these transmissions to the world and continue our work assisting Gaia and all her children in this ascension to the new earth. If you'd like to help support us and help us continue to bring these transmissions to the world and to our Earth Angelic team, you can make a monthly pledge to Patreon at our link at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Arifa Gill, for another donation. Thank you very much, Sistar of the Light. And we'd like to also thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Vanessa Benedict, for another donation. Thank you very much. We'd like to also thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Susan Grobmeyer, for your donation today. Thank you very much. We appreciate you all. It is very kind of you to keep supporting us and these great works into these days ahead. And we hope to be able to continue bringing these transmissions to all of you until we're reunited with our star nations and our Merkaba ships, and we are all freed from the false matrix and resonate into fifth dimensional divine matrix of heaven on earth. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, wool goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. We thank you, angels of the new earth, for joining us today, and thank you all for your support, your kindness, your beautiful comments, and for sharing these works with your teams all over this realm. We wouldn't be able to do this without all of your support, so we are very grateful for all of you, and look forward to the day on the new earth where we can all reconnect and sit around the sacred fire and tell our stories. Have a most beautiful and blessed equinox ceremony, puja, blessing, and keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, shining your light brightly into the night. Spread your etheric wings, angels of the new earth, and embrace Gaia and all her children in your loving golden embrace. And feel now in your sacred heart center the love and the blessings, the compassion of our great mother, for we are fully connected to her and our legions of light in this realm, the higher dimensions, and all timelines, realms, in this infinite space-time continuum. This is the great merging and the great emergence from our state of dormancy into full Christ consciousness of eternal love. Be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.